All right, everybody. Got some good news on the concealed carry reciprocity front. But I'm going to need everybody to do something. And I want you to pay attention here. Congressman Jim Jordan and the House Judiciary Committee are planning a markup next week on H.R. 38, the Constitutional Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. And before I dive in to tell you what this bill is and what we all need to do, I want to thank our friends TriStar Trading for sponsoring the video. You can save big on their double BOGO sale right now, all weekend long. Buy one flag and get one flag free, and buy one tag or plate and get the other free. That's right, tell everyone how you feel by upping your flag and tag game. I put a disobey on the front of my car, and it definitely is a conversation starter. Use the link down below and enter code TAGSANDFLAGS to save big. Grab some awesome t-shirts, slings, and belts while you're there as well. All right, so H.R. 38. Again, its title is the Constitutional Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. And it's been around for a while. And it looks to establish a federal framework allowing, I hate some of the words that are in here, guys and gals, but just roll with me. This is how it's written. It would allow individuals with valid concealed carry permits from your home state to carry concealed firearms across state lines, even into states with differing firearm regulations like New York, Massachusetts, California, the hateful communist states. Now, some key provisions in this bill. The interstate concealed carry, like I mentioned, individuals with a concealed carry firearms permit from their state, would be permitted to carry or possess a concealed handgun. It's not going to work for machine guns or destructive devices in other states that, again, allow their residents to carry concealed firearms. Now, preemption of state and local laws. This is a big part of it. The bill would override most state and local laws concerning concealed carry, standardizing the right to carry concealed firearms across states. You can already see some of the issues it's going to have if this does pass, but there's also legal recourse. If individuals adversely are affected by interference with the concealed carry rights established by this bill, it doesn't establish, first off, we don't get rights by bills. But yeah, anyway, you would have the right to pursue civil actions. Then there are the private property rights which are not affected. The bill respects the rights of private property owners and government entities, which I hate as well, to restrict firearms on their premises. Again, I didn't write the bill. It's not a perfect bill. No bill is. Now, federal lands, there's also a section here that says concealed carry would be permitted in various federal lands and properties like national parks, wildlife refuges, and lands managed by different federal agencies like BLM. And that's the Bureau of Land Management, not the crazy communist larceny-ridden group. Then there's the effective date, which would be 90 days after the act's enactment, okay? So that's what the bill is. As of right now, today when I'm hitting record, H.R. 38 has 178 co-sponsors in the House. One Democrat has signed on, Jared Golden of Maine. So we have one Democrat sponsor. And here is what I need everybody to do. We all need to take action. Otherwise, this bill is dead in the water. And if I was a betting man, this already has a slim chance because there's a thing called a filibuster in the Senate. In order to defeat the filibuster, you must have 60 votes to invoke cloture, which ends the filibuster. Meaning, you need 60 votes in order to get a bill to the floor for a full vote in the Senate. So this is what I need everybody to do. I need 5 minutes of your life. 5. Everybody, regardless of where you live, regardless of who your representative in Congress is, and regardless of who your 2 U.S. senators are, regardless, no excuses here. I need you to take about 5 minutes of your life and make 3 phone calls. Everybody can do that. 3 phone calls. 1 to your U.S. representative in Congress, and an additional 1 to each one of your U.S. senators for a total of 3 phone calls. Those 3 phone calls can all be placed individually to this phone number, 202-224-3121, which is the switchboard for the United States Capitol. You ask the switchboard operator for your representative and your senators, and if you don't know who they are, that's okay. You just they're going to ask you where you live, and they'll route you to the right people. You'll have to make that phone call 3 times, and you'll be transferred to their office. You're not going to speak to the representative or the senator. You're going to speak to an intern who's a young folk looking to just cut their teeth in the game of working in DC. So kindly and professionally tell them you want their boss to support H.R. 38, the Constitutional Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. Tell them why you want it to be supported by them. If you have a personal story that maybe having your right to defend yourself across a fake line on a map could have been beneficial in a scenario, maybe tell them about it, but keep it short and sweet. Also tell them that you would like to hear back on whether or not the representative or the senator will support the bill, and you want to hear back based off of how they voted for the bill. Again, this will take about 5 minutes of your time, and we're in a spot where we want this to pass, so we need to get the 60 votes in the Senate to defeat the filibuster. Currently, in the U.S. Senate, there are 53 Republicans, 45 Democrats, and 2 independents who typically will caucus with the Democrats. So I throw them into the Democrat pool. Now, we need a combination of 7 Democrats and independents to support this bill. And that's assuming we get all 53 Republicans in the Senate to sign on to this bill. Again, call 202-224-3121 and tell your employees that you want them to support H.R. 38. I don't want to hear excuses. This is the dad in me coming out. No excuses. Take the time to call the Pelosi's, the AOC's, the Warrens, the Bernies. I don't care who they are. If for nothing else, make them hear from you. You're not going to change those folks' minds, but make your employees hear from you. That's why one of the big parts of why we're so far down this alley that we're in right now is because so many of us take the hands-off approach when it comes to our elected representatives. Our job in this country is to hold them accountable, yet too many people won't even take this challenge of making 3 phone calls. So you got the number, it's on the screen, it's in the description, it's in the pinned comment. Make the phone calls and light them up. H.R. 38 has a chance, and it starts next week in the committee that it's in, the Judiciary Committee, and it's on us to light up the phones. I appreciate y'all. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Subscribe to the channel if you want more information on the Second Amendment, because the fight never, ever ends. Take care.